Hey everybody, it's just Fun82 and I am back, and good news, everything seems to at the moment be functional, so I'm hoping it continues that way. I think I got all my problems sorted out, so hopefully I'll be in a lot better mood in these videos, because I've got to admit, it's just been fucking downer Debbie most of the time. So having some coffee. But anyway, I do have some stuff to talk about. You know, having a conversation with, you know, a guy I know today who was mentioning... Alright, now this is the problem I think that does happen to guys who are generally nice. Now, this is, you know, quote-unquote, friend zone related. Now, here's the thing. I don't think a lot... Because, alright, there are guys who assume that being nice and being, you know, pleasant and polite and treating women well will get them, you know, the girl of their dreams that they've, you know, longed for since, you know, dinosaurs roamed the earth. Now, that's true sometimes. But here's the thing. It's not necessarily that a girl likes jackasses, which seems to be the default situation whenever a girl is not interested in the nice guy. It could just very well be, even though you are a nice guy, and you are friends with the girl probably, because I'm assuming here, that she's just not interested in you. It doesn't mean that she likes assholes, and I need another sip of coffee. It doesn't mean that that there's something wrong with you. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with her. It just means she's not interested in you. Now, this is actually a little hard, I think, for people to grasp. But it's actually a very, very simple concept. Now, alright, now, I am a homely motherfucker. I think I've made this statement a lot just to try and get the point across. I mean, if you go back and look at any of my, you know, face cam videos, I should do another one of those sometime soon. But, you know, you'll see, I'm not a great-looking guy. I'm really kind of average fat guy. I mean, there's nothing special about me, but I've dated a number of women. Many of whom, okay, most of whom, way out of my league. Of course, you know, and it wasn't because of plotting or planning. Actually, I've never actually planned to date anyone or, you know, pined for the damn fjords, as it were. It just happened. It usually happened because the girls asked me out because, well, we had things in common. I mean, we had a lot in common and got along. Now, I'm not saying the relationships went well, because obviously it didn't, because goddamn, I'm getting a lot of ice runes. Because I'm not with them anymore, and, you know, in a lot of situations, I'm still friends with them, because we were good friends beforehand. I'm not gonna be able to beat that shit. Fuck you. So, not all cases. Some of them, but anyway. Good? Oh, well, that's good enough. But, yeah, I mean, it just happens when the chemistry is right. Doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with them. It probably just means the girl's not interested. It's not an insult. It doesn't mean that you're broken. It doesn't mean she's broken. Whatever the hell that means. It just means she's not interested. If that should happen, it's understandable. It's a bit sad, and, you know, it can be very depressing when you find out someone you really like isn't interested in you. But that's it. Don't pine, don't sit around and feel bad for yourself. Well, feel bad for yourself for a little while. Everyone deserves a little pity party. But that does not mean love is over. Stop it. Stop that shit. It gets old. The best thing you can do is continue being yourself. Continue being yourself because she's your friend. If you're only around her because, you know, you are trying to, you know, hook up with her, that's really kind of underhanded. you know, she should be your friend as well as, you know, the person you like. If she's just the person you like, it's not a great combo. It really means you've kind of been lying to her a bit, so... Assume she's your friend, continue being yourself around her. You know, and, well, be her friend. She'll continue being yours, and keep your options open. I mean, that's really all there is to it. That's life. You move on. It's not always fun, but, and it's hard to explain, because yes, especially to someone young, every emotion is strong. I definitely know I had way more powerful emotions when I was a teenager. I remember them. And now I'm sitting around going, what the hell? I mean, everything is a big deal when you're a teenager. And that's not to say that you're overreacting either. It's not, because it is fucking difficult being a teenager. I remember that shit. And even adults, you know, that are going through this, it's still understandable. Emotions are complex things. The trick is, you've got to be good to yourself, and occasionally rough on yourself. And I don't think a lot of people ever really understand that, because they really just hope too much that if things will work out. It doesn't, you know, it's not always the case. Sometimes you just do have to sit back and go, huh, well, that didn't work. Time to, oh yeah, I have... Yeah, so, it's just like, well, time to move on. It sucks, but it is. I don't know. Yeah, if a girl doesn't like you, that's all there is to it. Continuing to, you know, be a little bit... continuing to, you know, hold a candle for her isn't gonna help. And the same thing goes for, you know, girls as well, obviously. You know, a guy isn't necessarily gonna change his feelings. So just move on and be happy. Find someone else. Find someone that likes you. Everyone will end up being happy in the long run. That's what I'm... That's... I don't know. That's generally my goal. Be happy. And, you know, it took me a goddamn long time, but I am, so... Why did I think I could jump through that? And... you know, it's one of those things of... I finally met someone I had enough in common with that we were interested, but... enough, you know, in common with that, we keep things interesting. That ain't gonna fucking happen. Nope. Well, yeah. I mean, it just happened. It's part of life. If there's one thing I'd like to do, would be try and give people advice without sounding horribly condescending, but it's very difficult because whenever anyone tries to give you advice and you're going through a rough situation, it always sounds condescending. Doesn't matter who the fuck it's from. Have another sip of coffee here. But, you know, that's life. Trying to think of other things to talk about. Of course, as of today, Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming out. I think it's today. Wish I had money. Probably end up getting it. My birthday's next month and I'll have a few bucks, but I think Rockstar is still, you know, Nazi-like about people playing it, so I can't really record it. What type is it? Well, I don't see a little wall. I'll give it a shot. Alright. Let's see. I know Rob showed me how... Or... Oh, well. Well, not gonna happen. Oh, well. Oh, well. Money. That's what's important. Money. Anyway. But yeah, I'll probably get that for myself. I will be 31 next month. I'm old. Take me home. Bury me. I don't feel any older than I did when I was like 24 or so, aside from new physical pains. I think I'm mentally there as much as I was. I don't think I've matured much, but then again, I'm not sure I wasn't, or if I was overly or underly mature at that age, so who the hell knows? I could be a very, very mature 31-year-old, or I could have been a very, very mature, like, 21-year-old. Or immature 31-year-old and very mature. Either way, I'm hoping that next year is pretty much just as bearable. Why did I... Okay, there's nothing up there. There's no point in that other than wasting health. I mean, it wasn't a great year, I'll admit. Lots of shit has happened this year, as happens every year, and oh well. That's life, unfortunately. You know, it's like the old joke, you know, life pretty much boils down to shit happens and then you die. Of course, that's one of those jokes that, I always feel people get the punchline wrong. Like, inflection is a really big part in telling a joke, and I think people don't think about, you know... I don't think people think about it as much as they should, because, like... I'm reasonably sure that why did the chicken cross the road joke, everyone is so sick of it, because it's such a stupid joke, that no one ever tries to put inflection on it. I'm like, you know, it has to have something, because otherwise it's a stupid joke. And it would not have, you know, it's a zinger. It's the... Alright, Henny Youngman was a great stand-up comedian. And his trick was, he told jokes in rapid fire, like succession. That way, one of them would be funny. That was basically it. Let me see, where can I go? I want to go back to the Maya, I think. Because I think I've scouted all the forest. And I think that's one of his jokes, even. Another sip of coffee. And the point is, the whole point of the joke isn't that, it's a stupid joke and, you know, blah, blah, blah. The point is that... Oh yeah, I forgot that, this was giving away trading cards now.